So, I recently heard on the news that, according to Harrison Ford, Shia LaBeouf will not be returning to his role as Mutt Williams in the next entry in the Indiana Jones franchise, scheduled to come out in 2020. While I imagine there's much rejoicing from fans of the franchise, I can't help but wonder why. Personally, I would like to point out that I don't understand, and I imagine I will never understand, why people didn't receive the fourth entry of the franchise, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, as well as the creators had hoped. I mean, there are moments that I can narrow it down to, ranging from what has been popularly come to known as nuking the fridge, the presence of aliens, to the addition of the aforementioned actor Shia LaBeouf. However, again, I should point out that none of these make any sense. I will point out these flaws one by one. First off, nuking the fridge. In the pop culture community, this has become the film equivalent to what is referred to in television as jumping the shark, which got its name from the American sitcom Happy Days, in an episode where Arthur Fonzarelli, also known as the Fonz, or Fonzie, portrayed by Henry Winkler, water skis and takes a jump over a shark. To be honest, I don't remember the episode that well, but it now depicts how TV shows take a step too far and maybe too far-fetched to boost a rating. Nuking the fridge works in a similar way. At the beginning of Crystal Skull, in order to escape a nuclear explosion, Indiana Jones takes shelter in a refrigerator and inexplicably survives intact despite all the injuries he should have endured otherwise. While all that's said and good, I feel it should be pointed out that the hero of this franchise has sustained so many injuries throughout the series, from being dragged behind a truck, escaping from a falling tank, and what I feel has always been the most overlooked and, to that effect, the best example, escaping a plane crash in an inflatable raft. In so many instances, the results of any of these should have killed, or at the very least, severely wounded him. But, thanks to rule of movie, he survives, seemingly unharmed or with minimal injuries. Despite all ridiculous maneuvers this seemingly indestructible hero goes through, it's this one, in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, that people seem to believe was taking a step too far. Next, the addition of aliens. The negative feedback on this one does not make sense. They essentially appear in what I refer to as the Deus Ex Machina moment in the series. For those who aren't aware, Deus Ex Machina is Latin for, or in a rather rough translation, God from the machine. It implies that in an inescapable problem in the plot, the problem is abruptly resolved by an unexpected intervention of some new element, character, ability, or object. This happens in every entry in the series, and it is always, and I mean always, supernatural. The spectral apparitions from the Ark of the Covenant that melts the Nazis and unties the heroes, the prayer to Shiva that burns the stones that the bad guys are trying to get, the golden cup that rapidly ages people to death once they drink from it, all examples of Deus Ex Machina. These are about the only times when people accept a Deus Ex Machina moment in any form of storytelling with absolutely no questions asked, except for in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, when aliens show up and dispatch the bad guys, and it's like, yeah, ghosts, burning stones, and gold goblets that turn people into the Crypt Keeper, but aliens? That's just too unbelievable for my taste. Finally, we get back to what inspired this entry, Shia LaBeouf. Was his character really that bad? I mean, granted, the actor himself hasn't always been given the best roles in the best movies, but that shouldn't reflect on him as an actor. I mean, I've seen a few films he does, and he's not really that bad, once he's given something that's actually appealing to watch. And true, I know where this backlash comes from. His character was meant to spin off from the franchise and into one of his own. Really, would that have been so bad? He's a biker, or a greaser if you will. He can sword fight. He's got an unexpected education about him that both surprised and impressed Indy. And he's Indiana Jones' son. I think he's earned his own film franchise, plus he needs the work. I don't know what happened to Shia LaBeouf, if he's still acting or anything. He has gone completely off my pop culture radar. Also, and I really do hate saying this because I totally respect the man as an actor, but Harrison Ford is not getting any younger. I mean, this man is 75 years old. They already killed off Han Solo. Undoubtedly, they'll kill off Rick Deckard in the Blade Runner sequel coming up. If this series is ever going to continue in one form or another, we're going to need a fresh face. Why not, Mutt?